Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a fantastic day. What I wanted to do is I just got off the AMA for Unlinked, so I wanted to go ahead and throw out my key items from the AMA, trying to squeeze down the hour-long AMA into 10 minutes. It's going to be tough, but we're going to go ahead and try and do that. Lots of good announcements, some cliffhangers, we'll call them, also that are very intriguing for here in the near future. I'm going to split this up into really three different areas: marketing, some key gameplay items, and then some details or cliffhangers around the pack sale and upcoming events. So we'll start off with the marketing because there's a lot of questions initially right away on the marketing itself. Basically, how are they going to market this differently than every other game on Wax? And that seems to be a reoccurring question on every single AMA or Discord or forum that I've seen. They're obviously going to take the normal routes with the banners on Nifty and Atomic Hub, and they actually just provided great news that they got approval for the Atomic Hub banner. Which was something that was kind of missing there for a little while, and the reason they kind of uh, delayed the pilgrimage pack sale slightly. They just wanted to make sure that they had that marketing and awareness out there to attract more players. In addition to that, they are doing two key things that I am not seeing in any other game. One of the thing is obviously the Kickstarter and combining it with the physical decks, trying to get it out there in people's hands to kind of suck in those that love to play the physical card games. If they get intrigued by that, then they'll more than likely be able to get pulled into the NFT game. In addition to that, and we saw the one trailer, the uncle, I'm sorry, I just blanked on his name, the first trailer that they kicked out there, to explain the distributors and the way they work. They are going to be launching another trailer here very, very shortly. It could be as soon as today, that they were recorded recently. And what they're looking to do is drop movie quality trailers uh, for every major event or feature that comes out, which is really neat because it not only gets hyped by creating a trailer, because you guys know when you see a good trailer for a movie, you start getting excited about that movie, but it also explains part of the game. So it's a nice addition. It gives you the theatrical event with also teaching about the game, so there's more awareness. So that's a neat thing that they're doing that we're not seeing from any other game on Wax, and very other few games outside of Wax, other than very big ticket games. In addition, they're looking to do some more collabs with other games that are coming up here in the near future. And I do have the screen up here. They did mention that these boxes up here on the two sides will eventually be ads for other projects, which I think will be, in addition, they'll have ads in those games for Unlinked, and I'm 99.99% sure Taco and obviously Farming Tales, their two key collaboration partners, will be interlinked quite a bit between those two. So that's the main front from the marketing perspective. I did want to bring up a few things from the gameplay and just maybe some tips that they mentioned and that I also mentioned, or sorry, that I also identified throughout the process. There's a few key items that you want to make sure you do when you are in the game. One of the main things is before you run any mission, make sure this health bar is at 100%. So you just click on it. It's going to ask if you want to refill, and it's going to use plasma to refill. So you go ahead and do that. They did note that in the future, they will be adding details. For example, when I click on it, they're going to show how much it's going to cost in order to refill that plasma wise. In addition, for dispensers, if you have dispensers, what you want to do is make sure that this is always at 100%. Every time there's a distribution, this goes down 20%. Make sure you go in there right afterwards and you fill it back up to 100%, because both this health bar and the mission health bar, if you're not at 100%, you will not get your full rewards. So there's a chance if you get this all the way down to 50, and I didn't know that for the first number of missions, or I should say I read it, it didn't click. So that's why I wanted to bring up here. So I was all the way down to like 40, 50%. and I was wondering why my rewards were so much lower than they had been in the last couple missions. And that's when I realized that you always want to have your health high. Basically, if I have 50 health, I'm only getting half the reward I would normally get. So that is a key item to make sure that you understand. Another key item, and this is something that Bruce from the Discord has been doing a fantastic job on. Right now, there is only 6 missions in the game. He's put a little chart here together. These are the items that you can use in order to potentially get an average or good score. Good score is a fully successful run. Um, what you can do is just because you put these cards in there does not guarantee a good run. It just means you have a much better chance. And the only way you can get a good run is if you have those cards in there. If you have higher level cards, for example, level 2, I don't have any level 3s yet. Wispo is the only level 3 option. If you have higher level cards in there, it actually increases your chance at getting the good rating or the full reward. It does not increase the actual reward beyond that top limit. The only thing that increases the actual sharp that you get from a mission is if you have a gold card. And right now, the only way to get a gold card is if you pull it out of the blend. It's like a 1% chance of pulling it out of the blend. Um, or in the near future, they have those golden frames. And I should have had this up here. These are the golden frames that I'm referring to. You can get them right now on the Atomic Hub. I actually I snagged 5 of them over the time. In the near future, and I think they said it's going to be the same day as the pilgrimage pack drop itself. You'll be able to go ahead and blend your cards into gold ones, and if they're gold, that means if you're fully successful, you'll actually get additional sharp above that top beyond. So there's 2 aspects to the cards. Level only means a higher chance of success rate. Gold means a higher reward. So keep that in mind. That was a little confusing. The other item that I wanted to mention is currently there is only one card that can be upgraded to a level 3, and that is a whisk bow. The blend is already in Nifty. You can already do that. This is the only card that can be leveled to a level 3 right now. The pulse gun and the accelerator can only be upgraded to level 2. So that was a little confusing, but they cleared that up on the AMA. These can only be leveled up. I know Bruce had mentioned on the AMA that he had enough to level some of the other ones up to level 3, but it's not possible. It's not an option. Also, right now, hacking and the character card, which is right now is just Gilix, but there will be more in the future, cannot be leveled. They're level 1 and that's it. I'm not sure if there will be future characters that can get leveled up. They didn't say that. So just keep that in mind. A couple other things that they mentioned in the gameplay is there will eventually be more card slots for more characters and more equipment. They didn't mention how many. They didn't mention if it was going to be 1 more character card slot and 4 more. That's yet to be determined. But that's nice because that means you can use more of yours. Also, it means the missions are going to get a little more complex here in the future. Um, so, and to go with that, if you have more character slots to fill up, that means there's going to be need for additional characters. So they did mention that in the pilgrimage pack that's going to be dropping out here, they did mention that there's at least 1 additional character card, potentially 2. And that's important because right now, I think there's only 250 of the Gilix minted, and they are going for the 180 wax range. So if you don't have a character card and you don't want to pay the 180 wax range, you're going to have to wait till the pack drops because you need a character card in order to play it. There will also be a number of other equipment cards. In addition to that, they did mention that they are in the process of increasing the number of missions. Right now, the number of missions, if I can go to the right place, is 6, as I mentioned earlier. They are talking about potentially having in the 100 range. So that means there's going to be some people that need to go ahead and put a chart together to basically match up the different combinations of the missions and the cards. So that also means it is important to get as many cards as you possibly can so you can do all of the combinations. Hint, hint. The game is not about getting high rarities. It's about making sure that you have the correct combinations for the missions. They stressed that also on the call. Just looking through my notes here quick to see if there's anything else that really jumps out at me. They did mention that they are actively working with Taco and Farming Tales to get things in place in order to ban botters. So please don't bot the game. It's that simple. They did mention that the Taco just recently bought or banned about 5,000 accounts that were botting. So that means they are sharing the technology with Unlinked to also prevent botting. In addition to that, they also recommended not doing multi-accounting. Just throwing that out there. All right, and I think I'm just taking a look at my notes to see if there's anything else that jumped out here. It doesn't look like it. Uh, as far as upcoming items, they didn't have a lot of details around the pilgrimage packs. They did mention that it will details will be provided here in the next few days. That includes the pack numbers. That includes what's in the packs. That includes whitelist details. There will be a whitelist for this, which we should all be happy about. That means less chance for bots to get a lot of this stuff. So they mentioned that in there is they're going to have a whitelist sale, and then they're also whatever's left over. There's going to be a public sale. I imagine the public sales will go fast because usually bots that's where they jump in at. In addition to that, as far as upcoming events, no official game launch date for Phase 3 yet. They did mention once it's available on the testnet, they are going to open it to the public for everybody to try. It is a multiplayer game, so they want to do some load testing and get as many people on there testing as possible. So it's great. That'll be fun as soon as that comes out. Obviously, I'll have a video out there for it. All right. Um, as far as the pilgrimage deck, they don't have a date for that yet. And the last but not least, they did mention that there is interest in bridging to Solana blockchain in the future. You kept mentioning that blockchain specifically, so I could see that happening. Don't know what all it entails. Don't know how soon it'll be. I'm assuming it's after Phase 3 is dropped, but there's interest in doing that. As you know, that helps sustain the token. All right. I hope you all enjoyed this. There's a lot more to come with this. I'm excited by this. I did want to show two screenshots that they did provide during that. This is just some of the city that you're going to see. That's crazy detail. Lots of awesome things. And here is the other side. And I'm just checking. This is actually the top of it, and this other picture is going to be what it looks like from like down here. So let me go ahead and like down here, looking up at that building that we're just standing on. So that's just the details insane. This is going to be a lot of fun once it drops. I apologize if it go a little bit over the 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was a good recap. And comment down below if you are into Unlinked and excited about the launches and the pack drop that's going to come here in the near future. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.